Hi everyone, today I'll be covering over the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. The Pocket 3 Plus uses the same shell than the Pocket 3, released a few months ago, with a couple of colour variants like the clear blue I chose. The Pocket 3 Plus has upgraded internals, which gives it a better go at some of the Gamecube and PS2 library, though you likely need to use a low resolution to tackle some of the games, and it won't play all of the full catalogues. We've got 4 gigs of RAM across the board this time, with a slightly better battery as well, as 128 gigabytes on the storage of board. It's got a 4.7-inch screen like the 3 and has Android 11 as its OS. Compared to the stock Pocket 3, the D-pad feels the same, which is great as it's one of the best things about the Pocket 3, so glad to see it again. The analog sticks also feel the same, so no real surprises there, but the main control change between the Pocket 3 and the Pocket 3 Plus sits in the face buttons. The face buttons, the original, were dome-based switches compared to the 3 Plus, which has a pure rubber membrane behind it. This gives the buttons a bit more travel and a bit more of a clicky feel. Some people will prefer the modern domes compared to the more retro rubber membrane style, especially when it comes to retro gaming, of course, and ultimately, other than what you can physically play on the 3 and 3 Plus, if you're thinking of upgrading from the original, it's just one of those things to consider. I must say, I am a sucker for clear shells, and Retroid have done a fantastic job with the blue here. It looks great. Obviously, the clear shells really do pop under studio lights, but just carrying it around looks absolutely great, so props to Retroid there. Otherwise, the look and feel are very similar to my original Retroid Pocket 3 review. It's very thin, light and portable Retroid gaming handheld that gets a lot right in terms of controls and setup. Though the ergonomics are slightly hindered by its thinness, I personally use my Pocket 3 Plus almost exclusively for Retroid gaming rather than streaming due to this, and the Retroid focused control layout, as I really only notice the lack of grips behind the shell when I'm playing modern games, so I prefer bigger handhelds for my streaming. Due to how similar the Retroid Pocket 3 and Plus are, my gameplay captured is more around the higher end, to focus a bit more on what the 3 Plus can do with the original 3 model. So I cut some gameplay now and just summarise quickly up at the end. So it's hardly going to be a surprise, but the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus is ultimately a great handheld and hard not to recommend at its $150 odd price point. You do get a lot of bang out of your buck, though it's not going to play anywhere near the full 3DS, Gamecube or PS2 libraries. There's still a lot of games that will play very well, and everything before that will play incredibly well, with all the customization that comes with Android 11 too. So that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.